What's on Tory's Instagram? Instagram.com/Tory Lanez. What is it? Is it another audio? No, it's not. What the fuck? Okay, so this is from Tory's lawyer. So Baez law firm, this Baez dude, this is the new lawyer. It says mistaken eyewitness identifications contributed to approximately 69% or more. Wait, hold on, let's go back. Mistaken eyewitnesses identifications contributed to about approximately 69% or more of the more than 375 wrongful convictions in the United States of America that were overturned by post-conviction DNA evidence. So basically, they're saying that the eyewitness who, by the way, here's the ironic thing about this whole thing. The eyewitness in Tory's case was his own, was his own witness. Sean Kelly was a witness for the defense. He was supposed to go up there to say, I never seen Tory with a gun. I seen a girl with the gun. The day of, the prosecutor talks to Sean Kelly. Basically, I think, this is just my opinion, they threatened Sean Kelly with possibly perjuring himself to say, hey, if you lie, we might lock you up. So I don't know if you're being offered money by them other niggas, but we'll get you in jail. Is that money worth your freedom? And I believe that person was thinking and probably a little scared and probably said, fuck what it's been understood that I was going to say for Tory. And they said, who did you see with a gun? And it's the first time ever that witness said, I seen Tory Lanez with the gun shooting. But they didn't say shooting at Meg, but shooting in the air. That shit confirmed that Tory had a gun in his hand. Also, it plays a part on the jurors, because if we show up to court and you have a witness, I'm thinking the witness is either going to lie for you or say something favorable for you. But the witness came out and said, oh yeah, Tory had the gun. So the lawyer now is coming on the motion for new trial to say, well, the eyewitness, it might have been our own witness. This probably was a mistaken identification shit. And the DNA proves it, because they're saying, remember, their own witness says that Tory had the gun. The DNA does not say that Tory. They can't prove that Tory had the gun, so they can't definitively prove. Now it's inconclusive, which means they can't definitively prove or definitively disprove. But they're going to look at the good side of things and say, well, that guy who was our witness who fucked it up, he said that Tory had the gun. But the DNA said that Tory didn't have the gun. Who are we going to trust? Him or the DNA? The prosecutor is going to come back and say, well, the DNA didn't say Tory didn't have the gun. It just said it couldn't prove Tory had the gun. So he might have had the gun. Anyway, look, eyewitness version 1. Okay, and did you state initially that you saw two girls fighting? There was the answer. This got to be Sean Kelly. It got to be Sean Kelly. It says, I did, yes. Because Sean Kelly initially, that's why the Tory was trying to get this guy as a witness. The guy put a statement to the police that he saw two girls fighting, and then he seen a gunshot get fired, and the muzzle flash was near the girl. And they did see two men, but the men were breaking up the fight, but the men did not shoot. They said the muzzle flash came from a woman, right? So I think it's a Sean Kelly, eyewitness version 1. Okay, and did you state that initially you saw two girls fighting? I did, yes. Did you say that after you saw two girls fighting, you saw one of the girls shoot, sir? Says, I believe so. But, yeah, okay, that's definitely Sean Kelly, if you ask me. Thereafter, did you say that the shooter or the shorter guy got involved at any point trying to take the gun away? And then that's when there was your objection leading. The court overruled, which means hey, you can't put words in his mouth that he's trying to say that the short guy was trying to take the gun away, blah, blah. And then it was is that what you said? The witness says, yeah. Let's keep going. Eyewitness version 2. Okay, let's see which eyewitness is this. Question. Sir, did you state that after the shooting, the shorter guy was trying to take the gun from the person that did the shooting? Answer: I never saw that. I mean, this wasn't something that took a long time. It was all instant. Okay, I think this is Sean Kelly again. So this is still Tory's witness. By the way, I keep telling y'all, as much as, like, listen, whether it's I'm dealing with Youngboy or I'm dealing with anybody else, again, and I want to make it clear again with the Youngboy thing. I do issue an apology if my statements made it seem like something happened I didn't, which is they didn't squash beef. I was just saying they both weren't talking about each other currently. So there's an apology on the table if my statements were misleading, and I think they were. So there's an apology. Facts. But for me, I try to just speak to the facts of things, and even here where people might think that I've been like really pro-Tory, me analyzing the situation now is not me being anti-Tory. I've heard people say the same thing to me, like, "Yo, you've switched up on Tory." No, it's not. I haven't switched up on Tory. I'm going off what is the verdict and also what is the transcripts. So the verdict is guilty. That's just what it is. So why is he guilty? Now, this is my opinion, but I'm going to keep spouting my opinion as well. He's guilty because his witness flipped on him. If you were the only eyewitness and you're supposed to show up in court to say, "Oh, Akademiks didn't do it," and you show up and say, "Oh, Akademiks did do it," you fucked up my case. So the Sean Kelly dude that was Tory's witness fucked up the case. Now, granted, there was something filed under seal recently by Tory's attorney, and I don't know if that might be like, oh, hey, Sean Kelly only changed his story because he was intimidated by the threat of arrest by the prosecutor. That would be dope, and that would actually be a huge win for Tory. But without that being said, people are just going to listen to what the eyewitness said the night of and then on the stand. The night of, they said Tory didn't shoot. The day of the stand, it's like the dude remembering some new shit, and he said, "Oh yeah, I did see Tory shoot in the air." Bingo. That alone helped send Tory to jail. Okay, so I think this is after they took an intermission and they were trying to ask the same questions again. There was a couple like people interjecting and raising objections to whatever cases. So he said, "Sir, did you state that after the shooting, the shorter guy was trying to take the gun from the person who did the shooting?" The person now says, "I never saw that. I mean, this wasn't something that took a long time. It was instant, right?" And then somebody, it says, "Oh, so question, it was quick?" It's like, "Yes, I understand." And the question is, "I understand that, sir, but we're trying to get a sequential after you saw the female shoot. What happened next? Did you see the gentleman do anything?" Now, this should be the objection right here, because again, Sean Kelly only ever stated that he saw a female press the trigger, or not. He never even said that. He said the muzzle flash was in front of a female, which people would assume is consistent with a female shooting. Now, he never said that on the stand. In reality, people feel like he was intimidated by the prosecutors to not say the same thing. So when this question comes out and say, "I understand that, sir, but we're trying to get sequentially after you saw the female shot. What happened next? Did you see the gentleman do anything?" He realizes that this is Tory's lawyer realizing the defendant the witness won't say what they said in the statement initially. So you quote the statement and then you try to like kind of build off of it as a tactic. And this is what the person says: "I just saw he was very angry. He was just shouting, and the flashers came from him. The flashes came from him." Remember, we could go back. Just Google muzzle flash woman Tory Lanez. Just Google it. Witness says muzzle flash was near a female. Oh no! This was during the trial, so never mind. That's when they switched his story. We got to go back before December. Let's see if I can find an article before December. Got to be before December. Okay. Here we go. So April 17th. So this is April 17th. Look, let's look at this. Look, Kelly, which is Sean Kelly. I keep saying it. Kelly claimed he saw the driver exit wearing all black and he joined the fray, which is like a whole little melee, a little argument or whatever the case is. Kelly was scared, and he asked his son to come into his room. He testified several times he saw a muzzle flash and heard what he thought was fireworks, but believes the flashes were from a woman. So what he told the police that night is that the muzzle flash, which would be the gun, when a gun shoots a bullet, it's almost like a little eruption. So that's the flash. Even if at nighttime you would see a little like almost a little fire. He felt that came from a woman. He said that the night of. What did he say on the stand? Remember, he's saying on the stand, the flashes then came from him. I never saw a gun. He said he never saw a gun, but he's now saying the flashes that he previously said came from a woman, he's now saying came from a dude. And, you know, as he was talking about the short guy being irate, now he's kind of almost pinning it on Tory, saying that he saw the flashes come from Tory, which is, hey, it's interesting because when Kelsey switched up her story, it was like, oh no, let's play the initial interview. Tory's witness switched up the story, and nobody wants to care about the police report he gave, saying exactly the opposite now. Anyway, let's keep going. Then Tory Lanez posts up again, which this is a lawyer. So Tory posts a lawyer by his law firm. Says, this is why the DNA that excluded Tory must be heard by jury. It's a farce that someone fires a gun 5 times and it's immediately recovered and doesn't leave DNA. Okay, so let me give you my interpretation of this whole thing. Tory Lanez is completely banking on the fact or the possibility that because the DNA cannot be connected to Tory without a shadow of a doubt, Tory should not be held liable for the shooting. Why? Because it's inconsistent reports by the witnesses, and essentially most people agree that if you fire a gun 5 times, you should have left DNA there. So that's the main thing with these posts. Now, I haven't seen it because they did file some stuff under seal. I don't know what Tory's full defense is, but this is a good one. I think this, along with Kelsey shouldn't have testified because Kelsey switched up her story, and the prosecutor, the judge, allowed the defense to hear a whole interview that she did with detectives, or did with prosecutors actually, that wasn't sworn in. It was just somebody giving pretty much a police report. And that shit was weighed more heavily than when Kelsey had to go into court and put her right hand up and be like, hey, I swear to tell the truth, nothing but the truth, so help me God, and basically swear in. They took the words of a woman who was either distraught or might have been just trying to protect herself from conviction when she talked to the prosecutor months ago. So that's one of those things. Okay. All right, people.